Right. The Maid of Sker. Skier. I don't know how to pronounce it. Alright, I'm going to try to record this. I have not recorded any gameplay since the Machinica Atlas video last year, and yeah, we're going to restart. Let's try recording something. Play on normal. I'm playing this at 4K, but the video is going to be 1080p. Let's just try it like that. Maybe make things a little easier for me.
These are not words I wish to write. My father has learned of our plans, my love. Yet there is more, far worse, that I wish you to understand, but I fear you may believe me taken with madness. My father seeks to use me, as I have come to believe he used my poor mother.
Alright, we already have a bad father.
To sing for him as she did. To become the star attraction that will draw good folk to this accursed spit of land. My refusal to do so has led to my confinement here at Sker Hotel. I cannot explain further, but ask that you trust me. I beseech you to compose a melody for me, a counter to the song contained within this locket of my mother's. I realize this request will seem strange, that your first thought will be to come straight here, but without your composition, all hope of holding back the darkness gathering here will be lost. Your love, always, Elizabeth.
So it's a good thing that this is apparently Welsh, because otherwise Sker Hotel would be just too... You can't make a serious game if that's going to be the name of your hotel. But if we can say that it's another language, Dim on Kalonlen Elgnu. Oh yeah, I forgot about this jump scare with title. Yeah, I forgot about that jump scare. I had to actually turn off my speakers because for some reason I want to record this with headphones on, of course. It's also 3:30 a.m. But I had to turn the speakers off completely because for some reason this game was not respecting what I had set as my default device in Windows. Alright. I've returned to my piano study. I learned how to play piano when I was a kid. I took lessons for 2-3 years. Stopped. And then last year, I picked it up again. Went through my old books from when I was a kid. And then I didn't play for a year. And about a week ago, I restarted playing the piano. So that there, I might be able to play. It's not that complex. It's supposed to be a lullaby, so lullabies are usually pretty simple. This is an HDR recording. My Machinica Atlas recording was also HDR. Neither game supports HDR natively. Both games run on the Unity engine, but to be able to get HDR, I'm using Special K. Had to set this to linear to get it to look correct, otherwise the default setting is way too dark, but with linear it looks the way it's supposed to, so that's great. So I'm downscaling this in OBS from 4K to 1080p for the recording. I've never tried that before. I don't actually know if YouTube will work with HDR if it's a 1080p video. Normally HDR is intended for 4K. But it might work, I don't know. If not, then Oh well, nothing's been lost. The world does not care about Eincrou playing Scare. It's literally pronounced Scare. That's hilarious. Scare Island, Wales. Grand reopening. Scare Hotel. Special performance by Elizabeth Williams, the new Maid of Sker, daughter of famed singing sensation Prudence Williams. Enjoy the restorative peace and spa waters of Scare Point. 30th of October, 1897. Wow. 128 years ago. That gate is locked, so let's just take the path. There's some sort of... I don't know, it might be the anti-aliasing. I'm using SMAA 2X right now. Some sort of effect on the grass. It's distracting. Though the rendering is nice. Unity is capable of some nice rendering. Very detailed natural environments are possible.
And it was in no small part due to my newfound fame and fortune that we were able to open Scare Hotel and embark on the charitable work which... Mother? Mother! Darling, can't you see I'm recording? What have I told you? Never to interrupt when the door is closed. I'm sorry, Mother. Well, no harm done. I shall record this again later. But while you're here, my darling, why not sing for me? Of course, Mother.
I hate to do so much technical talk. This is becoming a Stereo 3D Productions production. But I just gotta also complain about the fact that in addition to the speakers, or the audio continuing to output to my speakers, even though I had selected my headphones through my onboard sound card as my output device in Windows, this game does not have any surround sound audio. It doesn't have surround audio. All the audio is stereo. Very strange oversight. Some blank music sheets. Some bird watching materials. Welcome to my Steam cleaning series, where I go through every game in my Steam library and arbitrarily rate and or review after a wee bit of playtime. I don't quite know what this game is. That was just a long-winded way of me saying I don't know anything about this game. That was John Renish's intro to his Steam cleaning series. I don't know much about this game. I got it for free on Epic Game Store at some point. I'm playing it off of Epic Game Store right now. I've decided that I should play something that I got for free. I've been playing games that I bought, but I have literally hundreds upon hundreds of free games. Probably over $10,000 worth of free games. Because in this era, games are just being given away for free. Even AAA games. Even really well-regarded games that you'd think they are confident that they're worth the money for people to buy to be able to play them. But no, here's just a bunch of free games every week from Epic Game Store, from Amazon. I do regret that I didn't link my Amazon account to my family's Amazon Prime account. I didn't know that I could do that. So I linked my Epic Game Store account, and for the GOG stuff, they just give you codes. You don't even have to link an account. You just got to get the code and put it in. I've missed years of being able to do that. I can't believe it. I feel... Is this what fear of missing out feels like? It's not a fear. It really happened. Well, one way I've mitigated it is I didn't go back and see what I missed. I didn't go back and look at the history of the Amazon Prime free games to see what I could have gotten for free. But it's awesome that they give the majority of the free games on GOG, so it's DRM free. You can download the game and have it forever. I have not done that. I just trust that GOG will be in business for a little bit more. I don't know who's buying games to keep them in business on GOG, but there is this kind of pseudo, what would you call it? It's kind of a quasi do-gooder movement about preserving games. So maybe there are enough of those types of people who are like, oh, I want DRM-free games. DRM-free versions. I don't want to be locked to Steam. Maybe those people are keeping GOG in business. Me, I don't buy really anything off GOG. I really don't. Quite a lovely hotel here. Strange that it's so abandoned. Another thing John Renish would say is that the singing here would be didactic. Or, not didactic, diegetic. Didactic means related to teaching, explaining. Diegetic means it's in the context of the game world or the story or the movie or whatever. The singing did have direction to it in my headphones. So perhaps that was my sister. The first sign of things gone awry. Massive amounts of blood on the floor. So let's see how good this HDR looks interior wise. I haven't been doing much speaking lately, so the commentary is going to be trash. But I will say that I expect my commentary will surpass the average John Renish video, where he just mostly stares blankly ahead, not putting much effort into what he's saying, not really describing the game, not really giving you much insight into his thoughts. Let's have a conversation with my sister. It's Thomas. Is that you, Elizabeth? I don't know what a Welsh accent would sound like, so I'm just gonna go with a generic
Thomas,
British accent.
My Thomas.
English accent.
You do not know how wonderful it is to hear your voice.
Mm-hmm. Your letter said...
I prayed that you received it, hoped that you would come. I know my request must have seemed strange, and I fear it was all for naught, that everything has changed now.
Well, I like how the bulbs light up in response to the speaking. I don't know that any old-time 19th century telephone would have had that feature, but it's cool here. What happened here? What happened here?
I do not have the words or heart to voice it. It is far too terrible to recount. Please be careful, my love. This place is no longer safe.
Dude, why didn't you call like the police or something? Why just me? You trying to get me killed? Where are you?
I'm safe upstairs, but I cannot leave the attic. I've had to lock and bar the door, hide away from the others.
Do they know you're there? Who? Who are you hiding from, Elizabeth?
My father and uncle, the staff. They have been beguiled by the darkness that inhabits this place. They are no longer themselves, but stalk these halls, attacking anyone that makes a sound. Please, Thomas, listen carefully. Together we can put a stop to all of this. My father made recordings on brass cylinders of a song, a strange melody that affects the mind. If all of the cylinders are played together on the harmonium, this madness will end.
How do you know that?
You need to find them and bring them to me.
Okay.
You must find all of the brass cylinders.
So is this a horror game then? I'm just thinking about what I'm seeing with the HDR right here. Grand reopening, dress rehearsal. 22nd of October, 1897. Preparation of the Grand Harmonium. Looks like I took that with me. I have a health bar. Do. Loving memory of Prudence Williams, 1852 to 1894. The Maid of Sker. May your song live on forever. So she was 42 or 41 when dead. When she died. Place is abandoned. Here's Queen Elizabeth. I mean, Victoria, excuse me. The Welsh Dragon. The hotel. A British Bulldog. Alright. We'll go in through here. I've played a little bit of this when I was intending to just play it by myself. So I know at least a little bit. I know that this is the map of the ground floor. Look for the cylinders around the hotel. Investigate the hotel. So I know that over here is the phonograph. Save the game. Not here. This is the bathroom. Hide in closets in this game. Maybe not. Well, looks like I need a key. It did mark that on the map with what appears to be an octopus or some sort of cosmic horror. Is this a cosmic horror game? I really don't quite know what this game is. To the main hall. Chapel. Here it is. So here in this scene, the HDR looks pretty good, though my black levels don't appear to be fully black. Let me see if I can address that. I'm going to pause the recording. Right. So I played around with it for a bit. I couldn't really get any way to darken up the dark areas. I'm not an expert on dealing with the controls for HDR in Special K. I just know how to get something that looks decent. It looks decent. There's a save. Is that my evil father? Well, he's got to have an evil father in these.
Is that filthy mongrel inside
And
again?
here's a cutscene about the evil father.
She still pines, is all. She misses.
I'll give it a reason to pine. Come here, you mutt.
Mm-hmm.
Abraham? Abraham! Where is that useless brother of mine?
Father, please. Please, she just misses Mother.
Abraham! Abraham! I'll be rid of this dog once and for all.
He's a psycho that beats dogs. Okay, okay. Coming on a bit strong here. I'm sure the daughter and the mother are just absolutely perfect, though. Even though they live in this environment, I'm sure they have no behavioral issues whatsoever. That's just how it works. At least according to the call-in shows I listen to from Stefan Molyneux, where the women call in and talk about how shit their childhoods were, but strangely enough, they don't mistreat anyone. At least not that they're willing to admit to. They're just little Miss Perfects. They'll admit to...
Help!
They will admit to
Is someone there?
bad decisions, but they will not admit to bad
Please
behavior.
help me.
It's very uncanny. Every single call-in.
Who's there? Who are you?
Thomas. My name is Thomas Evans.
Henry. Henry Hughes. You must get me out. Hurry.
Why don't you unlock your
This
door?
door open.
Just unlock it. Why did they lock you in there? What kind of
Why do you
hotel
think?
lets you lock people in?
Rogues. They're trying to kidnap me. Please hurry. Do something.
I'll try to find a key.
What? No, no, don't leave me. They might return any minute.
Then what do you want me to do?
Oh, do something. I can't break it down from my side.
Stand back. No, it's solid.
Good. Try again. Harder, man. Throw yourself into it. Wait. No. They're coming. Oh, God, please, no. No, don't do this.
Need a key.
Whatever you want,
Why are their footsteps so heavy? Is it just one guy? I think it was just one guy. Probably weighs 400 pounds. Okay. Some sort of back room. Music doll. It's really difficult to rotate this the way I want. I guess you can't interact with this stuff. Just pick it up. Strangely can't interact with that. Is this a horror game or should I be scared? Service elevator. And the power went out. And it's locked. That's the symbol that I saw on the map. Is this going to be activatable now? Okay. Okay. So one of the other things about Jonathan Renish, the man behind Steam Cleaning, when he plays horror games, he has absolutely no reaction to jump scares. None whatsoever. His eyes don't go wide. He doesn't sit back. He doesn't change his facial expression. He just looks bored. And I suggested that maybe his limbic system is non-functioning in one of the videos where he has no reaction to a massive jump scare, which even got me sitting way away from my monitor, not even really fully paying attention. It got me to jump a little bit. And I look back at Renish and he's just there, blank stare on his face as usual. I just had to comment on that. Like, he even puts up portraits of his brother looking like a badass. Same bird watching book.
What? Who's there? How long have you been there, Uncle?
Oh, don't stop, lass. Go on. I enjoy hearing you practice. You've nearly as fine a set of lungs as your mother.
How dare you? Get out! Get out of here now! You're just my father's oafish tool.
Tool, am I?
Whoa.
What the fuck do you know about it? No. That will be you, lass. You'll soon see. Mark me when I say that the only instrument here is you.
I said get out! Go! Come on, leave me be!
Of course. As her hoity-toity fucking ladyship commands.
Why are these
God, that man!
Why are these people so psycho?
But what did he mean?
Why can't you just relax? You're in a beautiful hotel in the Welsh countryside. You don't need to be crazy. You don't need to be rude. Someone's crying. Oof. Is that Abraham? His face looked a little wrong. What's my objective? Follow the men. Alright. What does this red vignette mean? Is there some sort of sanity mechanic here, or what? So is this like Resident Evil? You gotta get different types of keys for different types of doors? Bloodwind's nervous tonic? Is that like the anxiety pin that Dean Withers uses? Respect the anxiety pen. What? How can you possibly respect a man that requires constant drug intake to not be debilitated by anxiety? What he calls anxiety. We are just not raising up men correctly. And this is probably where it started. You can trace it all the way back to stupid shit like the nervous tonic. Cures nervousness, irritability of temper, want of strength and energy, fear, dread, neuralgia, hysteria, disturbed sleep, melancholy, insomnia, and all nerve pains and diseases. Damn, that's quite a few things that it cures. Price is one... I don't know what that means. And 2 of 9 per box. Postage free. So is that gonna cure my red screen issue? Or, Bloodwind's Nervous Tonic. Q, heal. Oh man, there is a sanity mechanic. The impact of amnesia, the dark descent continues. I don't even know why I said that. I don't know if that's the first horror adventure game to have the sanity mechanic. Probably a far cry from it. But obviously it was very influential either way. Let's see, anything here? Isaac's Ledger. Deaths and disappearances. What? I'm not going to read this out loud. Test subjects? Another musician asking too many questions. Very evasive. Why? Okay. I don't have the map here yet, so I'm just kind of uncovering the places I go. That's locked. Doesn't look to be any special kind of key. All these cupboards. But I can't enter the cupboards. There's another one right there. I also recently discovered a channel of a guy that plays a ton of horror games. And I really like his channel. I think he does great commentary. He's not super excitable. He's not trying to get massive loud screams out when stuff happens. He does scream if if he gets scared. He's no John Rennish. He does actually have a functioning limbic system. Fight or flight mechanisms are operational with this guy. I can't remember his channel name off the top of my head right now. I did subscribe to him. Alright, so this is the other side. What is that? There's the map. Okay. I think this game did say it was survival horror. But that's such a general genre term now that it's hard to anticipate exactly what that's going to mean. Could be something like Resident Evil with horror and action, or it could be just a traditional horror adventure game like Amnesia: The Dark Descent. That's a variant of an adventure game, but they might consider it survival horror because you do have to not die. Elizabeth, are you there? Are you safe?
I'm here. There was someone else in the attic outside the door, but I think they've gone now.
Elizabeth, there is another man here. Do you know him?
I don't. But you must look to yourself first, Thomas. If you should be caught too... They seem to be drawn to sound. You must remain quiet.
They attacked him. They dragged him away.
Dear God, that's horrific. I dread to think of you being snatched like that too. Our one hope of helping him, helping all of them, is finding the cylinders.
The ones who took that man. They can't see, it seems.
But why? What do you think is wrong with them? I knew noise attracted them, but what happened to their faces?
They embraced Shlogoth.
Take the utmost care. And if I don't answer,
They communioned with Dagon
but they've come back. Finding the cylinders is our best hope.
Alright. Yeah, that's the thing about these games. They always start you on the outside with beautiful, lovely rendered natural environments, but the actual game is just cluttered, damp, dark interiors. They're kind of boring to look at. That sucks. Oh, body bags. These aren't body bags, but maybe this is not the butchered test subjects. Maybe it's just beef. It could be just beef. Phonographs. I can replay the phonographs. 20 music dolls, I suppose. I guess they're all the same exact model. Every modern game's got to have its collectibles. Okay, we got a path. Was that on the map? Well, it is now. I don't know if it was before I went in. Quick time event? No, I don't have to tap E. Was it really that? It didn't look that heavy, my man. It really didn't. Do I have to crouch to be quieter? I gotta admit, I saw that one coming, so I did not jump. See, that's what Renish said to me. He actually responded. I comment on every video I watch of his. He rarely responds. I've gotten many responses from him, don't get me wrong, but he rarely responds, given the fact that I comment on everything. And he responded saying, oh, it's predictable. The scares are predictable. The scare in that video that I was talking about, it was not predictable. It was, unless you are predicting a jump scare every single time you open a door, which is impossible. You can't really steel yourself, because eventually you're just going to get used to nothing happening when you open a door and you let your guard down. Still can't enter the cabinets. I'm already crouched. So I call BS on him saying, oh, I was expecting that one. That jump scare just there I was expecting because of the fact that I had to move two of the boards. Two of the 2x4s. The first one was just to set me up, thinking like, oh, I'm just moving a 2x4, no big deal. And then the second one, I'm like, okay, yeah, they're going to try and get me here. And they did. But even though I didn't jump or cry out, I did still feel a little bit of a jump in my heart. My heart rate jumped. Renish, he would have felt nothing. He would have not even acknowledged it. So there's an enemy here. Oh shoot. You cough when going through dusty areas. That's actually interesting. That's interesting. So we've got stealth gameplay. Music sheet. Henry Hughes. I'll take a image of that. Maybe I'll try and play it. Though it's... I don't... So this is... Both hands are playing treble clef. I'm not familiar enough with the top edge. It would be kind of tricky for me to have to figure all this out. I'm very basic beginning. I've been playing through this book for like a week. I got a level 1 book. I'm about halfway through it, and they don't have me playing up here yet. I used to play trombone. I used to play trumpet. I don't think trumpet really got up to these heights very much. But the piano, of course, has a massive range of tones it can play, so you get the full that the staff system is capable of. Alright. Oh, there's a healing item. Make sure to get that. Q to heal, just like Resident Evil 7, just like many games, really. Q is your standard health potion button. I don't know if I need to still crouch. Whoever was here is clearly gone. Alright, what are we dealing with here? Locked. Okay, now it's working. So if I was John Renish, I would claim, oh, I was expecting there to be a jump scare when I opened that door. That's why I didn't jump. When a freaking demon lunges at me and puts his face to my face. Yeah, right. I don't know if I'm going the right way or if I'm missing stuff. I mean, I'm going the right way, clearly, but I don't know if I'm missing stuff. Okay, we're back outside. It's dark. We got some tuning. What do you mean inaudible? That's... Isn't that tuning? Alright, 43 minutes on this recording. I'm about to praise them for putting some sort of audio log at every save point, but apparently not. That's not a real audio log. Nothing was conveyed by that. Did they hide anything in the corners? The back corners? That kind of game? Nope. Is it possible for me to backtrack? Will it allow me to go back? It looks like it will. No map for the outside. This is a lovely place for a hotel. Oh, the sound effects are excellent. It's just a shame that... Oh, shoot. There's actually someone there. He can't see me, though. So I don't have to worry about that. Don't have to worry about this light. It's just a shame that complete jerks are in charge of it. I hear you. So it looks like we've got ourselves a bit of a stealth game. Don't need to be concerned about stepping on twigs or anything. Take some HDR screenshots just cause. Mysterious note. I hear whispers of the Williams family and their evil deeds they have committed. Hey, watch it. We're not evil. There's too much circumstance to suggest they are not honest men. The leader of these criminals, Jebediah Williams, the head of the Williams family. That's not a complete sentence. They are more than humble fishermen with deep pockets. It is unusual and suspicious. I am sure they are the cause of the missing ships around Sker Island in recent years. The poor lost souls of each vessel collateral for lining their pockets. Hidden on their land, I am going to find the truth. The rumors must have some morsel of truth to them. The Williams family are smugglers, wreckers, and murderers. I will expose them, and the good people will know the truth. Okay. Okay. Okay, it looks like he's not coming all the way. Yikes. What have I got myself into here? I do want to check to see if there's anything else. I don't know. If I stepped on that, would I be having a problem? I don't know what the profile of the collectibles... Oh, shoot. That causes me to cough. Alright, there's nothing here. I was trying to say, I don't know what the profile of collectibles is. Sometimes games are very sparse with collectibles, like the Midnight Walk. Very sparse with collectibles. So, the idea would be you would have this area and there would just be one thing to find. So there would be that note. There wouldn't be any of the laudanum. It's not laudanum. Why did I say laudanum? Because that's just a generic drug from the 19th century. The nervous tonic. The nervous tonic. Nice moon view. The midnight walk is literal in this case. I can walk. Speaking of walking, there's no one here. I won't dare sprint, but I can walk. God, just being near a bonfire doesn't make you cough. Give me a break. Be quiet. Uh-oh. Dogs. I gotta be concerned with dogs. Can I hop this? There's no jump. There's no jump. It's totally linear. Railroaded, you might say. Is there anything back here? No. Can I go through here? Probably not. No. Keith Richards. Of course, we're gonna have the smoky graveyard. Prudence Williams. Aha. Shoot. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. Oh. Oh. Ouch. Don't peek. Let him walk away. You idiot. Oh. You fool. Ooh. It's alright, just splash some tonic on it. Resident Evil 7 style, it's fine. Just pop your finger back into place. Far Cry 3 style, it's fine. A lot of notes to read in this game. It's one of those games. Dearest brothers and sisters, this High Council of the Quiet Ones invites you to revere in the power from the song of our source. Together we will attain true control. Be assured to bring your offering of flesh and bone, to sacrifice the weakness within, to join us in the ritual of rebirth. Remember your garments of the Quiet Ones to shield from the weak leeches of the sacrifice. Oh, Jesus. Our beloved silent disciple, Prudence, has volunteered for the position of priestess. This is a high honor for us all. Her position will be anointed at our next gathering of the brothers and sisters. Yours quietly, Jebediah Williams. So Prudence was involved in this? Willingly? Can I please take a lantern? No, there's no lantern, no torch. No light source in this game. What you get is what you give. I mean, what you see is what you get. Or is this going to be a place with a phonograph? Got the Bible? Matthew, yep.
That's all well and good you saying that, but I don't see why I shall need your assistance.
I like it less than you. I have other jobs need attending, but your father insisted. Make sure she practices. She must be ready. His very words.
Whoa!
Be ready for what?
This here contraption is spinning. So go on with you. Start your
He
singing.
said be ready for what?
Well, how should I fucking know my brother's mind? Fucking hell, lass. Are you bloody well gonna sing or what?
Fine then.
Alright, while that was playing, I opened up YouTube. The horror game YouTuber I was talking about, King MV88. King MV88. He's got just under 1,500 subscribers. He plays tons of horror games. Has he played Scare? Let's see. He has not. So, if I said that he plays every horror game ever, that would not be correct. Oh, but he is one of these guys that doesn't put the name of the game in the title to make it more vague and increase the odds of people clicking to see what the hell you're even talking about. So maybe he has played it and it just isn't coming up in the search. King MV88. Alright, well, this is a good time to end it. Just about an hour. I didn't know what I was getting into with this game. It does appear to be a stealth horror survival game. Haven't taken any damage yet. Haven't been put in a real dangerous situation yet, so I don't have a sense of what the terror level may be. So far, I'd say it's not that scary. It's got some jump scare attempts. So far, it's not that horrific either. We're just sort of building up at this point. The mystery is building. That's fine. I think a horror game can do a slow burn style and be well served for it. So that's going to be it for this recording. I don't know if I'll make this public. I actually recorded something less than 24 hours ago. It was me playing a shitty Sherlock Holmes hidden object puzzle game. Probably won't make that one public ever. But I thought I'd try doing some commentary. Flex the vocal cords for once. Yeah. Props to the game for having the balls to put the Bible in their game. A lot of people are running from the fact that Christianity was the religion of all people in the West. They're kind of embarrassed about it. They're kind of afraid to even see Christian stuff in video games or any form of media. They recoil at it. The last game I played before this was Blasphemous. A game that is not about Christianity, but takes influences, particularly the scarier or darker aspects, particularly from, I think, Catholicism, and creates its own world of just everybody's sad, everybody's a wretch, everybody's trying to atone for their crimes and their sins. It's a really, really dark world. But I think they put it together really well, taking those Christian elements. But there was a guy who's so clueless. I read a review from a guy who was so clueless. He said, "Oh, I didn't care for the religious elements." Motherfucker, the whole thing is based on religious theme. It's not real religion. So there's no threat of you being revealed the truth of God. If that's what you're afraid of, you're afraid that you might lose your cred as a rational, secular materialist, a true modern man. If you see if you see anything remotely Christian, you might have to change your mind. No, there's no threat of that from Blasphemous. It's not actually blasphemous in any way, shape, or form. So I'll end this here. I wasn't really looking to play a horror game, but I've started. I think I gotta continue. I can't pussy out. I won't say that I pussied out on the last horror game I tried to play, the last true horror adventure game, which was the VR game. I gotta look it up. Hinge VR. It's a Art Deco style horror game for virtual reality. I have not played that since I played it on October 31st for my Halloween VR stream. I do have it in my list of games to play, but I haven't gone back in almost 3 years. Maybe I will this year. Alright, that's enough rambling. Nobody cares about what I'm saying here. Let's exit. And let's cut the video. I was wondering if there would be a different title screen. That's a very common thing for games to do now, is to have different title screens. Blasphemous did it. You could actually even choose your title screen. Apparently they changed it with various patches to add content to the game. But Maid of Sker does it as well, depending on your progress in the story. That's cool. I like that kind of stuff. Goodbye.